AirCrete is Portland cement which has been entrained with millions of microscopic bubbles. This inflates the volume of the cement by 6 times. The air bubbles inside of the cement act as insulation, allowing the structure to be built and not requiring any additional insulation to be purchased. It's fast, it's affordable construction. AirCrete cures over 30 days to form a wall with a compressive strength greater than the equivalent space supported by lumber on 2-foot centers, which is found in conventional homes, and a similar tensile strength when reinforced with polyester reinforcing fabric. All right, let's do this. So in this presentation, I'm going to give you everything that you need to start building with AirCrete right now. Let's go. You need the following materials: lumber, a sheet of plywood, metal dividers cut to fit your mold, a digital spill-proof scale that measures in grams, a 1-quart measuring container from the paint department, screws, a 50-gallon drum, 2 pivots for the drum, a 1/2-inch chuck 8-amp or greater drill, a 3 flat blade spiral professional mixer that's 32 inches long, Portland cement, a foam machine, 7th generation soap or Drexel foam agent, latex or cement bonding agent, a cheap never hearted caulking and a caulking gun, 2 5-gallon buckets, a cement trowel, soft polyester reinforcing fabric, water, and a power source for the tools. Make your mold for your bricks. Now you're going to have to decide the size of your bricks as well as the amount of AirCrete that you want to use for each batch, and therefore you'll need to choose the size of your mold. But build a well-supported frame and attach the plywood to the top of this frame. Next, screw together a frame to hold the volume of AirCrete that you've decided on. 6 cubic feet, for example, will make 4-inch thick bricks with an area of 2,583 square inches, or 42 by 61.5 inches, for example. Apply a thin bead of cheap, always soft caulking around the bottom of the mold to prevent leaks. Attach the pivots to your metal drum just above the center line and build a frame with a footing to hold the barrel. Then attach the barrel to the frame. It's important to place it high enough as to allow the barrel to tip over and pour into the mold. Now, measure 1 gallon at a time into a bucket, marking the level with a permanent marker at each gallon until the bucket's full. Using the marked bucket, measure out and put 6 1/2 gallons of water into the 50-gallon drum. Next, fill another bucket 2/3 of the way full of water and add 2 cups of 7th generation dish soap or 4 ounces of Drexel foam agent. Then mix and fill the bucket to the top with water. Insert the foam machine intake line and prime the pump. Place your 1-quart measuring container onto the scale and tare or zero the scale and set it to measure in grams. Turn on the foam machine and fill the 1-quart container to the top, scrape off the excess and place it on the scale. We want to see 95 grams. If the foam is heavier, then increase the air pressure. If the foam is lighter, then decrease the air pressure. A range of 90 to 100 grams per quart of foam is just right for building, but it's simply best to aim for the middle at 95 grams. A little lower or a little higher is fine. Next, start mixing the water and slowly pour the entire 92-pound bag of Portland cement into the drum. Mix thoroughly, making sure that no cement is clumped to the sides or the bottom. Turn on the foam machine and mix continuously until the barrel has filled to the 6 cubic foot mark, which is about 27 inches from the bottom of a standard metal drum. Turn off the foam machine and mix thoroughly, raising the mixer up and down throughout the mix to get an even dispersal of the foam in the cement. Next, pour this mixture into the mold and insert your dividers and cover with plastic and let it sit for 24 hours. If you do not have dividers, then at 8 to 12 hours, use a flat-bladed metal tool to cut the bricks into the desired sizes. The next day, remove the bricks and stack them, wet them down, and cover them with plastic. It takes 30 days for the bricks to fully cure, but you can build with them just as soon as you can handle them without breaking, which is often only 24 hours, depending on temperature. Once you have enough bricks to start building, wet the foundation and the bricks again, and it's time to make the mortar. First, we're going to need to mix 1 cup of latex or cement bonding agent to 1 gallon of water, and we will call this the milk. Now, make the AirCrete mortar by adding 1.5 quarts of milk to 4 quarts of cement. Mix and add foam until you have a 5-gallon bucket half full of mortar. Never use a standard mortar because its density is different than the AirCrete brick, and it will likely cause premature cracking of the building. Apply the mortar to the bottom and sides of the bricks. This mortar is thinner than standard mortar, and do not try to thicken it. Add chips, pieces, or wedges of bricks between when required to keep a gap open when changing angles. Once it's set, it will be plenty strong. Using a level, stack the bricks as you would any standard brick. If building a dome, use a compass arm to keep the bricks at the correct distance and angle. Once the bricks are stacked, just scrape and carve out any imperfections, and you're ready to put on the fabric layer. To put on the fabric layer, you're going to need a fabric cement. To make this, we're going to add 1 part milk and 2 parts cement. Mix thoroughly and apply this mixture to the surface of the AirCrete blocks and rub the fabric down into this cement. Apply more fabric cement as needed so that it's well bonded and not visible. You can paint this finish, or you can apply acrylic stucco as a final finish. It is also noteworthy that you could cast the AirCrete into molds and form your house and then carve out patterns and stain them to look like almost anything. The best part is, once the walls are finished, you're finished. You don't have to hang scratchy insulation and then sheetrock and finish the wall. It's a rapid and affordable building method. So there you have it, everything you need to know to start building with AirCrete. Now, of course, we can't show you everything you need to build a house in this short video. Houses require wiring, plumbing, cabinets, flooring, and much more.